Hello and welcome to the Story Barn. My name is Cactus the Monster because both my parents are monsters under the bed, and I think I should teach you how to say hello in monster language. And what you need to do is get your claws like this, and on three, do a nice big rah. You ready? 1, 2, 3, rah! Oh, it was very scary because did you know monsters are scared of everything? And if you say boo at a monster, we'll jump. So don't say boo at a monster. And hello, my friends, and welcome to the Story Barn, and welcome to Tall Tales. We tell you a new tale every Friday. But I think first, to get to know each other a little better, we should sing a little song. And here I have a little puppet to help me. It's a very naughty, cheeky little cat. And I do the best impression of a cat. Would you like to hear it? Ready? Moo. Wait, hang on a minute. That's not a cat. Wait, a cat goes woof woof. Is that right? Is that right? No, cats go meow. And this song is called Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cat and the Fiddle. Are you ready? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. And didn't you laugh to see so much fun as the dish ran away with the spoon? And maybe this time we whisper it. You ready? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. And didn't you laugh to see so much fun as the dish ran away with the spoon? And maybe this time we'll sing our song underwater. You're thinking like this, go. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. And didn't you laugh to see so much fun as the dish ran away with the spoon? It was very silly, wasn't it? It was very silly. So today, my friends, we are going through stories all about a cat. A cat. I wonder what stories we know about a cat. Well, do you know any? Well, I think first we shall show you the sign for a cat. So you get two fingers like this, and you go, cat. So when you're following along with our story, you can sign along with cat, because today is all about cats. Now, I think it's time to get to our story, don't you? I think it's time to get to our story. So where is that pesky storybook? Where is the storybook? Where is it? Is it over here? No. Is it over there? Is it back here? Story. Oh, such a heavy storybook. Now, I don't know if you've been to the Story Barn before, but to start our stories at the Story Barn, we put our hands together, we blow in some magic, and we say, once upon a time. That's right, once upon a time. Story about a cat. What else could it be besides Puss in Boots? So, there once was a butcher whose only inheritance, so the only thing he could give to his three sons, was his mill, his donkey, and his cat. His cat. Cat as a present. The eldest took the mill, and the second took the donkey, and the youngest nothing but the cat. I'm not sure if I would like a cat as a present. The poor young fellow was so sad to receive so little, he said, well, I might have to eat my cat or die of hunger. And then the cat, no, this can't be right. This story can't be right. The cat said to him, do not be so concerned, so worried, my good master. If you will give me a bag and a pair of boots, then you shall see you are lucky to have me. How strange. What could a cat want with boots and a hat and a bag? After the cat received what he'd asked for, he put on his boots and slung the bag around his neck, and he went to a place where there was lots of rabbits. He put some greens into a bag and stretched himself out and stood still. Stay still. And the cat stayed still. And a young rabbit bounced along and jumped right into his bag. And the master cat immediately captured the rabbit. Then he went to the king's palace. Sir, I have brought you a rabbit from my noble lord. Oh, why is he at the king's palace? He says, tell your master, said the king, that I thank him, and I'm very pleased with his gift. The cat continued for 2 or 3 months to take rabbits to the king from his master. I wonder what the cat could be doing. Why is he bringing rabbits to the king? Why would the king even want a rabbit? How strange. This cat seems very clever. Do you think this cat's clever? I do. One day, the cat knew for certain the king would be taking a drive along the riverside with his daughter, the most beautiful princess in the world. So the cat was very clever. A very clever cat said to his master, if you follow my advice, I will make you very rich. I don't know whether I would trust this cat or not, because if a cat randomly started talking and put on some boots and put on a hat and stole some rabbits, I don't think he's very trustworthy, do you? The Lord did what the cat advised and washed himself in a nearby river. Meanwhile, the king passed by and the cat began to cry out, help! My lord is going to drown! The king, who recognized the cat, commanded his guards to run immediately to the assistance of his lordship. And when they were drawing the poor lord out of the river, the cat told the king that whilst his master was having a wash, some evil thieves came by and stole him his clothes. They took his clothes. They took his clothes. In truth, the clever, the sneaky, the untrustworthy cat had hidden the clothes under a large stone. The king immediately told his officers to get them to run to his wardrobe and fetch one of the best suits for the lord. The king and the now well-dressed lord asked him to join him on a drive, where the king's daughter, remember this beautiful princess in the world, the king's daughter, took a secret liking to the lord. The cat, the clever, the sneaky cat, ran ahead, meeting up with some other people on the road who were mowing a meadow. He said to them, if you do not tell the king that you are mowing because this belongs to my lord, I shall chop you up like mincemeat. See, it's not a very nice cat. The king did not fail to ask the mowers whose meadow it was they were mowing. It belongs to my lord, they all answered together, for the cat had threatened them and put the fright in them. You see, sir, said the lord, this meadow, it never fails to yield a plentiful harvest, and we can grow lots of things here and lots of tasty things in my meadow. It's definitely my meadow, king, yeah. The master cat, sneaky cat, still running on ahead, met with some grain reapers and said to them, if you do not tell the king that all this grain belongs to the Lord. You will be chopped up like mincemeat. I still can't trust this cat. He's threatening to chop you up like mincemeat. He's lying to the king, and now he's stealing as well. The king, who passed by a moment later, asked them whose grain it was they were reaping. It belongs to my lord, said the reapers. The king congratulated the lord for his fine harvest. The master cat continued to run ahead and say the same words to all he met. And the king was astonished and amazed at the vast lands that belonged to the Lord. I think I would be impressed as well. And the master cat came at last to an enormous, huge, powerful, giant castle, the lord of which was an ogre. Maybe the ogre had funny teeth and a funny face and spoke like this. Maybe. The richest ogre that had ever lived. All the lands which the king had passed belonged to the ogre. So all the lands the cat's been lying about belongs to this scary, evil ogre. The cat asked the Lord Ogre, I have heard, said the cat, that you are able to change yourself into any kind of creature that you have in mind. For example, you can transform yourself into a lion. This is true, answered the ogre very abruptly. And to convince you, I will now become a lion. The cat was so terrified at the sight of the lion, he leaped up onto the roof. I'd be very scared as well if I saw an ogre turn into a lion. I have also been told that you can transform yourself into the smallest, the teeny tiniest, the littlest animals. For example, a mouse. I think it'd be quite impossible for you to turn into a mouse. Impossible, cried the ogre. You shall see. He immediately changed himself into a mouse and began to run about the floor. There's a cat and there's a mouse. And cats like to chase and eat mice. So the cat fell upon him and ate the mouse up. Hang on a minute. So this cat is lying, it's stealing, it's taking clothes, it's lying to the king, and now it's eaten the ogre who was a mouse. I still don't think I can trust this cat. Meanwhile, the king, who saw this fine castle of the ogres as he passed, decided, to go inside. The cat said to the king, Your Majesty is welcome to the castle of my lord. He's lying to the king. What? My lord? Cried the king. And does this castle, as well as all the land, belong to you? Well, we must go inside if you don't mind. And the lord gave his hand to the princess, the most beautiful princess that ever lived, and followed the king. They passed into the grand hall and had a magnificent feast. The king and his very daughter were very pleased with the Lord. He stood up, he raised his glass and he said, You will become my son-in-law, you will be a prince. The Lord accepted the honour, and that very same day married the princess. And the cat became a great lord and never again ran after mice. Well, except for entertainment. Round of applause, amazing listening to that story. Well done. I still don't trust that cat. Let's see. So he stole. He lied to the king. He tricked the princess and the lord. And then he had the audacity to turn the ogre into a mouse and eat him. And I think the moral of that story is, always be careful what a cat tells you. Never trust a cat, because they can be very sneaky. Fantastic. Now that reminds me, I want to show you some crafts that you can make at home. If you look, we've got a sneaky little cat up here. And this cat guards the books here at the story barn. And this cat does not like you turning the page. I'll show you when you try and turn the page. Ow! You bit me. Ow! You bit me again. Because this cat is also a bookmark. So you can keep your place in your storybook. And I'm going to show you how to make your very own cat bookmark. So what you're going to need is all over here. Glue stick, a pen, and some cards. And your cards can be any colour you want. So we start off with our cards. And first off, you're going to want to either draw or use some wonderful googly eyes. And with your googly eyes, stick them on your card. Just like this. Fantastic. And next, you're going to want to stick on some triangles. And this is going to be the ears for your cat. So we stick one on. One. And we stick two on. And then next, you're going to need a lovely collar for your cat. So you can use any colour you want, but I use red because my favourite colour is red. And then, this is the tricky part, 2 little paws. But you're going to want to be careful with this one, and that's your grown up, because you don't want to stick your paws all the way down. You want to leave a little gap. So you only glue the top little bit, just the top, and you stick them on like so. So you've got a little flap that your page can go in when you use your bookmark. We'll just do the other one really super quick. And you're finished. Oh, wait, no, something's wrong. We're not quite finished. We need to add our whiskers and our mouth and our little paws for our cat. So I'm going to draw a little collar, his little paws, some whiskers, a silly nose, and we cannot forget his ears. And there we go. We have a little bookmark we can use whenever we're reading our own stories at home. But hang on a minute, what is this? This is a book that I'd also like to show you, all about a cat and a mouse who was very, very scared. So I recommend this book. It's called The Lion Inside, and I'll read you the back of it. It says, you don't have to be too big and brave to find your roar. But being little isn't easy. When Mouse sets off on a journey to find his roar, he discovers that even the smallest creature can have the heart of a lion. So I recommend that book. It is called The Lion Inside by Rachel Bright and Jim Field. So thank you very much, my friends, for joining me today. We'll bring back our lovely cat. Thank you very much for joining me today. This has been Tall Tales with the Story Barn. You can watch us anytime through the Facebook page or elsewhere else. And your new video every Friday. So thank you very much and see you soon. Bye!